Hey YouTube, it's Kizik back here again with the second part of my Baltimore Comic Con haul. Sorry it took so long to get to this. I've just been working, doing some other things, but I figure I'd get this out now before I get too lazy and forget to do it. So I wanted to show off a few books that I ended up picking up. I picked up a ton more, but it's just lots of filler stuff that they're just completing collections, like parts of like Action Comics and Detective, like higher numbers of that. But thought I'd show off some of the things that I went there specifically to look for, and this was one of them. I didn't think I was actually going to find it, but ended up finding it in pretty decent shape. And whenever I take a look for this comic book anywhere out there, at a show, in the wild, wherever, it's always beat up. Like, I don't know what it is about this book. Kids must have hated it because it's always damaged along the side, and this one's no beauty queen, but I was super happy with the shape of it, and I finally picked it up. So this is Superboy number 89. It's the first appearance of Mon-El. Him and Superboy team up into fight here. So I just love having like a first appearance of any kind of a Legion character. I don't have, unfortunately, Adventure Comics 147, I believe, is the first appearance of Legion. I don't have that, but that's certainly on my bucket list. So after that, ended up picking up My Greatest Adventures. This is number 80. This is the first appearance of Doom Patrol. So you got Negative Man, Robot Man, etc., Chief. All those guys appeared in this. So this was one book I did go there to pick up, and I knew that there's going to be some copies of it. Found it at a great dealer's table. It gave me a great price on it, so I grabbed that. It's in pretty nice shape. Then I picked up some Batman issues. Like, I went to a show around me. This was earlier in the year, yeah, probably around winter time, maybe February, March, I can't remember when, but I saw one dealer and he was like hemming and hawing over, like he was asking for like 150, and I was asking for a deal because the comic just smelled terrible. And he's like, no, I can't do it. It's part of somebody else's collection. I might be able to give you $10 off. So I just left it there. I didn't want to have to deal with that mess. So I ended up going to this show in Baltimore, and I found this, and I think it ended up being like, I don't know, like $55, but this thing is in sharp shape, so super happy to get that. Classic Batman cover, so I picked that up. Sorry guys, that's Batman 243. Picked up another Batman. This whole run of Batman was always him like walking into some kind of house with either Robin hanging himself, and he's upset about that, or people with guns about to mow him down. But yeah, like, I love those books because it's always Batman in some kind of peril, as opposed to him fighting like villains, so I just like these covers. So anyways, this is Batman number 249. Another awesome Batman cover. This is a Nick Cardy cover. Classic, this is a Brave and the Bold. This is a classic Neil Adams cover. I went there to look for this. I kind of just stumbled across it, and it was, I think the guy was charging $55, but he's also had like I think it was like a 20% sale off on all of his stuff that was in his boxes, and this was in the box, so I ended up picking that up, so that's an awesome cover. Deadman Batman. Picked up Tales to Astonish. This is number 49. This is the first appearance of Giant Man. It's in pretty good shape. It's kind of worn a little bit, but any kind of book with a first appearance of any kind of Avengers character I love, so pick that up. Picked the first appearance of Huntress. Super happy to get this. This was part of a 2-book deal. I got this, and can't remember what the other book is. It might have been Son of Satan, but I picked those up, the 2 of them, for like $80. So super happy to get that. Some more classic Neil Adams covers. Batman dropping off Christmas gifts to a poor family. That's pretty awesome. Batman and Robin. This is number 239. Then Batman number 300. I don't know. I can never find this in good shape, and I was super happy to come across it. And this one has like maybe 1 or 2 little things going on with it, but I just decided I'm not going to leave it there. I'm sick of looking for it, so I finally put this in. So I was able to find like a complete my Batman run of 300 and higher. So I think I needed 302, 303, and 307. So I ended up picking up this and those 3 books. So I've got everything 300 right up. Also picked up and finished the last part of my Conan issues from 1 up to 100. I still need a few over 100 and a few over 200 maybe, but I've got everything from 1 to 100. Batman, sorry, this is Conan Barbarian number 11, fighting a gorilla, this classic Barry Windsor Smith cover. It's always hard to find because it's always like damaged along the side here, like right where the staple is. extra thick issue. I think it's just because there's a gorilla on it and they were super popular at the time. It's number 20, actually, yeah, number 20, so this was the third issue I needed. Another awesome cover. And then issue number 27. Nothing great about this cover, but it was the last one that we needed from 1 to 100, so I grabbed that, so that's all finished. Super happy about that. Found Ninjak number 4. This is I think this might even be the regular cover of this, but it's super awesome. Yeah, regular cover. Could never find that, and I went to somebody's bin, I went under their table, and the first book I pulled out of the bin was this one, so I grabbed that. I think it was 75 cents. New Mutants. Of course, this is the first appearance of Magic. Another cool little story about this book, if you guys don't know. Vin Crew, you might appreciate these stories. You love all these weird stories about comic books, but awesome stories. This was kind of Marvel's like attack back on Dave Sim, who did Cerebus, because back in the day Cerebus Comics was putting out a character named the Cockroach, and he used to come up with different personas like Wolveroach and Captain Cockroach, and they looked like the Marvel characters, and Marvel wasn't too happy with Dave Sim doing that, so in order to retaliate against him, I guess kind of in a fun way, they put out this character here, and this character, this demon guy, kind of looks like a purple version of Cerebus, and his name is Sim, so this is CYM as opposed to Dave Sim, SIM, so yeah, that's kind of their attack back on Dave Sim when they were the two groups were battling against each other. So yeah, this is another little piece of history about the comic book. So super happy to have that. X-Men Legacy, just a cool cover. Found this for 75 cents, grabbed it. J. Scott Campbell, yeah, awesome cover. Found some issues of She-Hulk. So these were just ones I needed to fill in my run. So of course number 1, that's number 50. Found that for a good price and grabbed it. Then, of course, I found another one of these. I think I might have 7 or 8 of these. I can't remember. I think I showed it in my my contest video, books that I always pick up when I find. So I did find it, and I did pick it up. After that, I picked up. I brought some books in to get CGC graded, and that was a bit of an experience. It took forever to get through their CGC line. I'm sure you guys have gone through this at conventions, but this seemed to be even more awkward. They had like VIPs coming in, and even though we were standing in line already, the VIPs came in through the line and they just jumped the line and were able to go, and it was just, it was a nightmare. Anyways, got some stuff done, so ended up getting this 9.4 G.I. Joe. This is the Art Adams cover, so this was a awesome AOK from Alfred83 Comics, who sent me off this, and a great guy sent this off to me, and I was super happy to get this graded up. So 9.4, couldn't be happier with that. Glad to get that. And then I sent in some other books to get graded, so sent this in. You guys all know what this is. Came in as a 9.6. I was hoping a lot for like a 9.8, but something told me as I looked at it, I'm like, you know what, I can't be that lucky to get a 9.8, so it came in as a 9.6. So either way, I'm just happy to have this thing slabbed and protected, and this is one of my grails to keep. After that, I brought in this Gamora issue. I found this at a show about 3 years ago, I think. And the dealer was saying, oh, he wished that he could have went and got it graded. But he had so much stuff, he just passed on it. So he sold me this. I think he sold me this for like $30. So I brought it in and got it graded. Came in 9.8. Happy about that. I brought in some Catwoman. Some of them came in like 9.6s. But I got this one, and I was happy to get this one. It came in at a 9.8. So super happy to have that come in. And after this, it was my birthday on September the 30th, which was the last day of the show, so I decided to like treat myself to a birthday gift, and I was hemming and hawing about what book to get, so I finally went and talked to dealers that we know, and there's like super great guys, and they gave me a really great deal, so finally added like a 9.0 Amazing Spider-Man 129 First Punisher to my collection. I do have the book already, but I don't know, I think someone spilled coffee on it or something. It's all like beat up there, and I think it's got some problems up there too, and I don't know what happened to it, but I could probably get it pressed, but I don't think that pressing would do like much for it, so I just wanted to get an upgrade to that, so I grabbed that. So that was the birthday gift to myself. Anyways, guys, I rambled a little bit there, sorry about that. Video took a little bit longer than mine normally do, but anyways, hope you liked it. If you do, please hit like, and also have yourself a great weekend. I'll try to show some more books soon. Anyway, take care, guys. Bye.